Right now, let's learn, my dear friends, why do we need robots? We human need robots to do our job. Preferably, once you look at a country like India and where there's a sufficient manpower available to do our tasks, then people do say by implementing robots, you are going to cutting down the jobs and opportunity for many people. But certainly, my dear friends, bringing robotics to the industry or to the segment of community where we can use in our home like any kind of doing any kind of task. Preferably, once I bring a robot to our home to do any task, preferably you can understand cleaning a house, and you can take this robot to the hospital to do an operation. You can take this robots to an industry where the robots will deal with hazardous, chemicals, highly inflammable gases. Then it's a different case. But most of the people do understand that robots are going to kill our jobs. But absolutely, there is nothing like this. Robots are not going to kill your jobs. Preferably, robots are going to give you a sophisticated work life and home life. It is going to improve your lifestyle. So, why do we human need robots? Let's understand with two words. 4D. 4 is numerical 4 and alphabet D. These two letters 4D is just the answer why you and me both need robots. Why the human need robots. This numerical 4 and alphabet D stands for 4D and it is named as 4D condition. So whenever I talk about 4D condition, the first D goes for dull, D-U-L-L, dull. The second goes for dirty. The third D goes for difficult. The 4D goes for dangerous. Let's consider the 1D, dull. Dull stands for repetitive task where people get bored by doing only same task. You can understand the energy level of a human goes down once the time graph goes off. So in this case, the efficiency, the concentration on the work and the output gets affect directly. So it's affected directly right now. In this case, you can understand once the time graph goes up, the energy graph goes low. Accordingly, the effort, the concentration, everything goes low. And by virtue of which the output of certain task gets affected. So we can replace the human by a robot where the robot needs only power supply and they can give a consistent output. So the efficiency will be increased, the output product quality will improve. So we can use robots in an industry for packaging, for cutting, for any kind of repetitive task. Let's go to the second D, dirty. Working in a dirty environment is not only dangerous but also difficult, but also tough for you and for me. So why not we send a robot to clean the municipality garbage area? Why don't you send a robot to the drainage for cleaning? Why don't you send this robot to a nuclear reactor to handle the dangerous nuclear dust? So you can replace a robot in a dirty environment where it can replace the humans and can work effectively. Then let's come down to the next case, that's difficult. Carrying a load and traveling from one place to another place is difficult. Climbing a tall tower is difficult. Then hanging yourself in a building, tall tower building and cleaning the building walls also difficult. So we can have certain robots which can be replaced the human here, and the human can be the operator of the robots. By virtue of which the lifestyle of the labor will be as a robot operator and the robot will do the task physically at the end point. So coming down to the next is dangerous, where we have life risk involved. You can talk about working inside a nuclear reactor, you can talk about working in a deep sea exploration, you can talk about going to space. So why don't we send a robot in these areas? And why don't we replace a human by help of a robot? If we do, then it will be great. We can build a better lifestyle for the better people. So right now let's understand 4D condition. We human need robots because of 4D condition. We are not going to cut the jobs. we are going to offer a better lifestyle to the people by replacing human in these poverty conditions by a robot. Thank you.